Hi, I'm Paula Flowe, Executive Director of the Hitting Stops Here, a campaign for teaching kindness and respect in schools everywhere.
Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Corporation got to go! 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 Hey, hey! Ho, ho!
Ms. Rosie Dunson and her son Thaddeus Dunson, and right now we're gonna just ask a couple of questions. Again, where was this?
South Delta Elementary School.
Okay, go ahead.
And the teacher name is Mr. Simmons, his science teacher.
Okay.
And he didn't understand, and the teacher came over and choked him.
Okay. And do you mind demonstrating with your mom, like exactly where on your neck did he put his hands? He put his hands on you like that. Oh my God. Okay. So,
the hitting stops here. The hitting stops here.
How was your breathing when that happened to you? When he did that to you?
I wasn't breathing how I usually breathe.
Okay, so what did you do about that, Mom, and what has been done so far?
First I called the school. The principal wasn't in. Then I called the superintendent. The superintendent wasn't in either. So I went to the school, and time I walked in the school, a student that I don't even know demonstrated on herself how the teacher choked Thaddeus because the child was in the classroom with Thaddeus. The superintendent's name is Tankson.
Okay, all right.
And the principal is Mr. Johnson. Also, it was a teacher there, Miss Trash. Then I called the police officer, Mr. Miles.
Okay, now, did any of these people help you get to the bottom of this?
No.
So tell me, has this teacher ever paddled you?
Never.
School year alone. This whole school year, about how many times would you say you've been brought somewhere, maybe the office or the hallway or classroom, where you were struck on your buttocks with a wooden board?
About 50 or 40. Anguilla needs some help. Yes. Our school hired a lot of teachers that other schools have fired.
Okay.
We have sex offenders hired at our school that we found out later down the line that come from other schools.
I see.
We had a lot of teachers that didn't have degrees that they let stay and got their degrees overnight and different things. It's just they do what they want to and cover it up.
I see. Your Lieutenant Governor Phil Bryant told a very good friend of mine, in fact right here on the steps of the Mississippi State Capitol, he said to a friend of mine that there is, when my friend went to him and said that we really want you to help us get corporal punishment out the schools, he said that, boy, he said this to a 24-year-old University of Southern Mississippi student, he said, boy, the only thing wrong with corporal punishment is they're not beating the kids hard enough. And as soon as I'm elected governor, we're celebrating keeping it in the schools. So these are the children right here that are being beaten by their school teachers. And Mr. Phil Bryant feels that you guys are not being hit hard enough. And this is something to think about. And this one right here as well. Okay, so we're going to interview a lot of these children as well, but these are the kids being beaten in schools in the South Delta, a low-income section of Mississippi. Very much, and Thaddeus, thank you so much for your interview. Anything else you want to say, son? Okay, thank you both.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye now.
The hitting stop here. The hitting stop here. The hitting stop here. The hitting stop.
Which school district your daughter attends in the state of Mississippi?
She attends South Delta School District, Rolling Fork, South Delta Elementary School District.
In Rolling Fork?
Yes.
So what I would like to know is, have you had any experience with your daughter ever being hit in school by a teacher?
Yes. You think that she gave her 10 leg and she had big apple-sized bruises on her bottom.
Well, I see you holding a photograph of bruises. Do these, does this photograph do any justice to what happened to your daughter?
Yes.
Was it similar to that?
Yes, similar, but hers were bigger.
They were bigger.
On both
This little, beautiful, precious little girl.
5 years old. Time when that happened.
5 years old. And how old is she now?
She's 7.
And this is what she was sent home in addition to having, what was happening with her face? Tell us that.
Her face was bruised, her face struck the corner of the table, but she landed across her lap. And so...
1 second, baby.
Got to go.
Okay, so let me ask you, and what is your last name again, ma'am?
My name is Gracie Brown.
Okay, Miss Brown, tell me, you said you're from Yazoo City? Okay, and most of the people on the campaign today are from Anguilla. Are you telling me that this type of teacher abuse is going on even like just in neighboring towns, Anguilla, Yazoo City, where else?
Harford County, I know, because that's the school I used to go to.
Oh,
he used to beat me with a paddle about that. My principal name was Mr. Stewart, and he beat me with a paddle about that thick. That thick. And if you turn it to the side, it's like this, but we did like this. And I had to go to the doctor for mine. My mother took me to the doctor and practically almost beat me, abused me, put me to. Practically, I almost went to sleep from that abuse, that beating.
Say that again. You what?
When I came home from school, I laid down and went to sleep, and they couldn't wake me up.
Right.
And Dr. Gordon was my doctor at that time, and I was about the age of 13. And he wanted to do something about it, but my mother didn't follow up on it. At that time, you know, she was, when the law was going on, they was, you know, like, I can't say, well, black people just didn't let the white folk run things. I put it like that. The white people just run things.
I see, I see.
So she was scared to do something about it.
Oh, so your mom was afraid to do something about it.
She was afraid.
Okay, which is the case most of the time in low-income communities. People are afraid, they don't know how to articulate themselves, they don't have the money for a lawyer. Do you feel taken advantage of?
Yeah, I was taken advantage of, and so...
Slavery days are over. End school beatings. Slavery days are over. End school beatings.
But as I grew older and up, and I started the school and I had my children, I decided that I wouldn't let that go on with my kids.
Exactly, and look, here it is going on anyway, huh?
Right, it's going on anyway.
And how much control do you feel you have over it? Now you probably understand what your mom was going through.
Right. Well, I really don't have that much control of what's going on, but I'm able to speak about it and see what's going on.
I see.
So I represent, like I say, I'm out here now representing my children as well as the other parents, that because when someone wants to speak up, I decide to speak up because I don't want what's going on to my kids to happen to someone else.
Exactly. So what happened to you? Your mom couldn't protect you. What's happening to your child? You have a hard time protecting him. And
Hey, hey!
Ho, ho! One man got to go. Hey, hey!
It's not my problem. They're just some kids up there in Anguilla, but we've got to start facing the fact that we all have a stake in public education. We all have a stake in what's happening to the kids all across the state.
If you had one thing to say to Governor Barber, and just to, of course he's not here today, but you had one thing to say to him in regards to corporal punishment, what would that be?
I wish I could speak to him because I believe that he's way on behind and he's way out of the loop when it comes to education. I don't know what he's doing for education, but if you don't want progress, if you're not getting rid of corporal punishment, then you're against progress, because corporal punishment is banned in the top 100 schools, performing schools in this country. It's banned in most of the state, all but 19 of the states. Corporal punishment is banned. We in Mississippi are among the last remaining schools that still use this ineffective, brutal practice. And I don't want to be, when I get out there next year to become a teacher, you better not put a pedal in my hand, because you are insulting me as a person, because I'm not capable of hitting children. And you are insulting my intelligence, because everything I'm learning at the University of Southern Mississippi goes against the idea of physical force on children.
Hidey, hidey, ho! The paddle's got to go. Hide and hide and ho. The battle's got to go.
And who's accountable for this? Key question.
Yes, I want to place responsibility and accountability on all kinds of people. Of course, the lawmakers have a lot to do with it because Haley Barbour could end this today with a moratorium, and he could force the Congress to look at it, the legislature to look at this issue and to ban it. He could force that. He could put a stop today to the kids and save thousands of school children across the state. Also, I want to place blame on the administrators. Of course, they can ban it in their schools, but they don't. They are standing in the way of progress for those new teachers like me who know there are better ways, but we cannot implement them because the administrators stand in the way. Also, I want to place blame on the, also of course the parents and us for, why do you let this happen to your children? And also I want to place blame on the University of Southern Mississippi and other education programs across this nation. You're teaching us all this good stuff, but you've got to come out there and make some statements. If you truly care about the education of the children in the state, you've got to hold some press conferences. You've got to do more than just try to teach us, because we teachers, new teachers going out there, and we can't change this. We're going out there and we're facing this system. We need some backing from the professors, from those people with doctorate degrees. You've got to come out there and back us up.
Slavery days are over. In school meetings. Slavery days are over. In school meetings. Slavery days are over.
If you had to sum up today's event, the marching, making a stand out here today, how would you do so in a sentence or two?
What I've seen here today is children and parents who truly want a better education, a better future. And what they've done is they've come all the way down here from Anguilla, Mississippi to make their voices heard. Because this is Jackson, Mississippi, and this is where it happens. If it's going to change, it's going to happen here. It's going to have to, because the schools aren't doing anything. So I see people coming down here, and it inspires me that they would come this way to make their voices heard and cry out for a better future for their children.
And do you plan on having more marches, doing more protests?
Yes, we will have to. There's no other choice.
Days over. In school meetings. Slavery days is over. In school meetings.
We have to continue to push this, put this in the front of the faces of the people of Mississippi until they wake up and say, there's something wrong. We've been left, our state is ignorant, has been left behind, while the other states and the other education systems in the country are moving forward.
Days over. In school meetings. Slavery days is over. In school meetings.
When is the next time you'll be here, and how many more marches and protests, I guess, do you think you'll need to have in order for corporal punishment, I guess, to be done away with?
Well, count on seeing us again. We haven't planned the next one yet, but as people, as communities start waking up and start saying that this is wrong, this is from the slavery days. You know, this paddle was used on slaves so that they could be beaten, and yet it wouldn't cause as much bruises, so they wouldn't decrease their market value. This paddle needs to go the way of the Klansman's noose and the slave driver's whip. You know, this has got to go, and so we're gonna have to keep doing what we're doing. It's hard work, but this is the only way things change. The only way people wake up is by us doing what we're doing today.
I appreciate it. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks
for reporting on this.
Thank you.
Everybody knows the paddle got to go. Everybody knows the paddle got to go.
What do you have to say to Montel Williams and other Black American men about this, especially since the primary targets are children of color?
I'd like to say, Montel, please help us raise awareness on this. You know, you being a popular black brother yourself, and I know you feel and understand where we're coming from with this. So would you please help us raise awareness against this, and especially here in our state. We need your voice, especially here in Mississippi. We need you.
All right. Thank you very much for your interview, sir. Have a good day.
Yes, ma'am.
Slavery days are over. In school meetings. Slavery days are over. In school meetings. Slavery days are over. In school meetings.
So you ever had an experience with corporal punishment, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
When?
It was when I was in high school.
And who tried to whip you as a high schooler?
The principal.
Did he get you?
No, he didn't. Not that day. I left walking and went home.
All right. Did he try to get you the next day?
No, ma'am.
All right. Did they hit really hard when they paddled back then?
Are you kidding? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Governor Perry wrote a 60-page Homeland Security report. And inside of that, you're saying we can't stop this?
Teachers and stuff don't want nobody whoop their kids with it, so why they whooping our kids?
That's right.
Okay then.
Slavery days are over. In school be. 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 Slavery days are over. In school be.
The paddle's got to go.
So let me ask you, Miss Courtney, we're going to finish up here now. What is there that you would like to say to cute little children just like you? Is there any message you would like to say to our American school children? And if so, say it right there in that mic.
Talk loud.
What should mom say on that paddling paper? Should it say, paddle my child, or should it say, do not paddle my child?
Do not paddle my child.
That's young, but her was bigger.
So that's what you want to tell the children that's your age? You heard it from an American school child. She's trying to tell our other little children in Paddling USA, do not let your mama sign a paper that allows the teacher to strike you on your buttocks. Is that what you wanted to say, young lady?
Yes, ma'am. In school be. Slavery days are over. 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 In school be.
They still hitting you in school? How's that make you feel? Huh? Sad, right? How do you feel about going to school in the morning, honey?
Good.
Do you like going to school? But you just wish what? What do you wish about school? You wish they would stop hitting you? Say that. Say, I wish they would stop hitting me. Can you say that? Say it out loud.
I wish they could stop.
Say it loud.
Say it loud, honey.
I wish they could stop hitting me.
Yeah.
The ones who you think might have the most discipline problems are the ones who actually need you to wrap your arms around them and to love them.